guys. So welcome to the exam rat. So let's just start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 11, constructions from the unit 4 geometry. Before starting the chapter, I would like to tell you that go through our website and subscribe, and you will be getting the PDF notes, and in case of any doubts and queries you can just comment below. Okay, so let's leave this and let's just start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 11, constructions. Okay, so let me tell you that construction is very easy chapter of the whole mathematics book. Basically the construction involve the constructions of different types of angles, triangles, bisectors. Okay, they involve different types of angles, bisectors, triangles, everything. Okay, so basically in this chapter you will get to know the use of compass, the use of scale, the use of protractor. You people have used these things in your earlier classes in like drawing the angles, like angle 30° and something like that. You have drawn these type of angle in your earlier classes. So basically in this chapter you will learn about the more different things apart from angles and all. So let's just see that first of all what is actually the construction means. Okay, so what is construction? Basically, a construction in geometry means to draw the shapes, angles or lines. Okay, so what does a construction means? It is to draw shapes, it can be lines, it can be angles. As I told you that it can be used to draw shapes like triangle, right? So this is what we called as a construction. Our construction basically use compass, straight edge ruler and a pencil. Okay, so thus the pure form of geometric construction, no numbers are involved. In case of construction, no numericals are there, no numbers are involved, nothing. What you have to do, it is the easiest chapter of the mathematics, because you just have to draw certain angles, lines as well as shapes by using this straight edge ruler and by using this compass. I hope you people know how to use the compass. This is the pointer which you have to put where you have to like, from where you have to make a circle or arc. So this is basically the center of the circle, this forms the center of the circle. This is the another part in which the pencil is generally used. This is the scaler which we generally used. So these are the important geometrical tools that must be in your geometry box, so as to draw or so as to use the construction shapes, right? So they must be included in your geometry box. These are the geometrical tools, am I right? So this is what we called as a construction. That construction is basically the drawing of shapes, angles and lines, right? Shapes, angles and lines, this is what we called as a construction, right? So without wasting time, let's just move to our first construction. Basically this chapter involves the construction of 6 different things. They can be shapes, they can be angles and shapes, basically triangles. So let's move forward towards our first construction, that is the construction of the bisector of the given angle. So before moving ahead with the construction, what we have to know is what is a bisector. In the earlier chapter, we have seen this term many times, that a bisector. So what do you mean by a bisector? Which divides the angle or any particular angle into two equal angles. This is what we called as in bisector. I told you earlier also. So this is the term we have witnessed many times in our earlier chapter, the bisector. So basically how can we just form a bisector? So here are some steps of construction written on the left side. Basically what you have to do in case of exams, these steps of construction needs to be mentioned, but it is entirely depend on your teacher that whether you have to like write these steps of construction or not. Okay, so I suggest you to write them, they are very helpful to know what shape you have been drawing or something like that. Okay, so our step 1 is, with E as the center and small radius, draw arc on rays AD and EF. Okay, so basically E is the center, basically this is the particular thing. Okay, what you have to do is, with E as a center and small radius, draw arc on rays AD and EF. What you have to do, you just have to mark any arc, just put the compass here, put the pointer of the compass here, put the pencil at any extent and mark this point as G. Okay, similarly open the compass again, this much length, and you have to put the pointer at point E, and then you have to make an equal arc on the ray EF, right? So by this you can make the arc. Let the arc intersect the rays ED and EF at G and H respectively. Let the arcs intersect the rays ED and EF at G and H. It means that you have to mark these arc as G and H, right? With centers G and H, draw two more arc with the same radius that they intersect at a point. So now what you have to do is, the distance you have taken here, for example this is A distance, you have to open the compass with the same distance, just put the pointer here. Okay, I am drawing where you have to put the pointer. First of all you have to put the pointer here, then you have to put the pointer here. Okay, and then you have to put the pointer here. So when you will put the pointer on point G, then you have to open the compass up to the same distance, that is the distance equals to the EG. Then you have to make an arc again. Okay, by opening that you have to make an arc again. Now put the pointer at point H. Now you have to open with the same distance as the distance EH is, and you have to make another arc at like this. So basically these two arc, they are particularly meeting at this point, right? But then what you have to do is, you just have to draw the line passing through this intersection point. This is what we called as a bisector of the angle. Let me just give you an example. Okay, so basically let's suppose this is anything. Okay, don't just suppose this thing. Let's just suppose there is a straight line over there. This is a straight line present here. Suppose we know how to make a 60-degree angle. Suppose this is a 60-degree angle. I know you people don't know how to make a 60-degree angle, and I'll tell you how to make a 60-degree angle in my other slides. But before that, let's just suppose that this angle is 60-degree and we have to make a bisector. So how we'll just make a bisector? We'll draw the angle of 30-degree to make the bisector. So what we'll do is, okay, we'll just put, this is the center, this is the 60-degree, and this is the another thing. So first of all we will just put the pointer of the compass at this point, right? When we'll put the pointer of the compass at this point, we'll draw the arc like this. Clear? Okay, then we will put the pointer of the compass at this point. Okay, then we'll again draw the arc at the same distance like this. So this is the point where the arcs meet. Am I right? This is the point where the arcs meet. So at this intersection point you have to draw a straight line which is passing through this intersection point, and this particularly angle will be 30-degree. This is the example of the bisector of the given angle. Okay, you can just, what you have to do is, you just have to make the two rays. By taking the center, you have to open the compass at any particular distance. Then you have to draw the arc by putting the pointer at point E, and you have to draw the arc at ED which intersects at G. Then you have to again draw this arc with a similar distance as point H. Okay, then you have to put the pointer at point G, and with the same distance you have to make an arc. Then you have to put the pointer at H, and with the same distance you have to make another arc. Now you just have to join the intersection of both the arcs with the center, and that will be the bisector of the given angle. I hope it is clear to you people that how to draw a bisector. In case you people is unable to understand any step, just go through these steps. These are very easy and they are written in very easy language, so you can easily understand that how can we just create the bisector of the angle. But since I have given the example, I hope you people could better understand that how to form the bisector of the given angle. So now let's move forward towards our another construction, that is construction 11.2. Right, so to construct the perpendicular bisector, so before moving ahead, what we have to know is what is a perpendicular bisector. You know, bisector is something which divide in equal parts. So perpendicular bisector is a 90-degree angle making two equal parts. Basically, let's just suppose this is a line and here is the perpendicular bisector. This is the perpendicular bisector. Okay, now in that case, angle AOB will be equals to 90-degree and angle OB and side OB will be equals to side OC. Okay, so this is what we meant by the perpendicular bisector when we talk of this term. Right. So our next step of what we have to do is we just have to draw a normal line segment PQ. Right. Now with P as a center, draw two arcs on either side of PQ with radius more than half the length of given center. What you have to do is, this is the PQ, this is the line segment. You have to open the compass. This is the half of this. You have to open the compass. Open the compass when you have to draw the arc. Always, if the distance is not given, always open the compass more than half of the length. It can be 0.1 centimeter more than half of the length, any length, but it should be more than the half of length. So here you have to put the pointer, here you have to put the pencil, and by taking this distance you have to make an arc like this and you have to make another arc like this. Now you have to just put the pointer on point Q. When you will put the pointer on Q, then you have to just take open the compass more than the half, and then you have to draw another arc like this, so that both the arc they should intersect with each other. Right, then what you have to do, you just have to like this, you just have to join these two arc. So by this what you will get is PO equals to OQ, and you will get like this is M, then angle MOP equals to 90-degree. This is the perpendicular bisector. Am I clear? This is very easy. You don't have to do much of thing for constructing this. What you have to do, just draw a line segment, just put the pointer at one end of the line segment, open the compass more than half of the length and draw the arc on both the sides of the line segment. Again repeat the same procedure by pointing the pointer on Q. Then you have to draw the another two arcs. Then where the two arcs meet each other, you just have to join these two lines and your perpendicular bisector will be created. Okay, so basic thing is you should know that what is a perpendicular bisector and how it is created. Right, now and another thing is like I told you, we have to know how to create an 60-degree angle. So what we'll do is we just create a line segment, draw a line segment. This is A. Okay, now taking A as center, we have to just draw a circle or any arc. So first of all what we have to do is we just have to put the pointer at A point of the line segment, and then we have to draw the arc. Putting pointer at A at any distance, like opening compass at any distance, you just have to draw arc like this. Am I right? This is the arc drawn. Okay, so this is the point. Let this point be P, where this particular arc intersect this line segment. Let this point be P. Now put the pointer at P and again draw the arc. So when you will draw the arc, it will come out like this. Am I right? What you have to do is draw the line segment, take one end of the line segment as the center and draw the arc. Where this arc will intersect with this line segment, name that point be P or any variable. Then again draw the arc from by taking that P as the center, and now what you have to do is you just have to join this. Okay, I'm sorry, there is something wrong with my construction, because you people know that I'm not drawing using the compass and scales. That is why there are certain things. Okay, so when you will draw by using the scales and all, you people could better understand how to draw them. So this is how the arc will look like, and then you just have to, where these arc and the another arc, where the arc formed by the P as the center and arc formed by the A as the center meet, you just have to draw the line and join the line with the center, naming as C. So this particular angle will be 60°. This is how to construct a 60° angle. This is very easy. What you have to do is we just have to draw the line segment, then you have to take one end of the line segment as the center, put the pointer there, and you have to draw the arc. After drawing the arc, the point at which this arc intersect the line segment, named it as P. Now taking the P as the center and put the pointer at P. Now you have to draw the another arc, the point at which both the A and P's arc intersect each other. You have to draw or join the line from the center, forming the 60° angle. That's all about the 60° construction, right? Now the another thing is to construct the triangles. Three more constructions left, and all these three constructions are for the triangles, are to draw how to draw or construct a triangle. So basically, to construct a triangle, you know what is a triangle? When the three non-collinear points are present, then they form the triangle. Given base, you have to construct the triangle when the base is given, base angle is given, and the sum of the other sides are also given. Am I right? Okay, so what you have to do is, first is the base is given to you. This is the base and it is given to you people. Okay, now you have to know that base angle is also given to you, this angle is also given to you. So by this you just have to construct a line, a very long line, right? This is x. Okay, now you know the sum of other two sides. So basically let the sum, like AB plus AC is known, right? Whatever will be the sum of the other two side, you have to open the compass up to that distance. Okay, now you have to put the pointer at B. Okay, after that, putting the pointer at B, the distance of the sum of the other two sides, you have to make an arc on this BX and named it as D. Right, now what you have to do is, where this D meets, you just have to form and join the line with the C. Right, you just have to join the line. Okay, now what you will do is, you just have to now construct the angle B, right? This is the angle D. Now what you have to do is, open the compass to length A from B as the center, put an arc on ray BX. Okay, now let the intersect BX at D, join CD. So this is your given triangle whose base is given, angle is given, and sum of the side is given. So basically what you have to do now, you basically measure this angle. Okay, measure the angle. Or you can do is, you just have to make the perpendicular bisector of this CD. How can you make a perpendicular bisector? First of all, you can just take C as the pointer, right? And you will make the arc here and arc here and arc here, right? Then you have to take D as the pointer and you have to mark here and here. Okay, like this you will get something like this. This will be the perpendicular bisector you will be giving. Okay, You just have to form the perpendicular bisector by opening more than half of the compass, right? Then what will you do is the point at which this perpendicular bisector intersect is BD. You just have to join this point by C, and this will be your ABC, right? Like I am explaining you again. Okay, after this, just draw the perpendicular bisector. This is C. You have to open the compass more than half of the length of CD. You have to draw the two arcs like this. Then taking B as the pointer, you have to draw arc like this. Now this arc will meet like this, right? This is how this arc will meet. Then what you have to do is you just have to join this particular intersection point with the C point, right? And this point will be called as ABC. So this particular ABC is the required triangle. Am I right? This is very easy thing. You will be getting all the questions depending on these constructions only. What you have to do is you just have to make a base which is already given. Then you have to make an angle there which is also given. Then you have to form a long line by this angle. Then by using the sum of the two sides, you have to make an arc on this long ray. Then you have to join this point with the C. Then you have to make a perpendicular bisector of this CD, and where this perpendicular bisector will be meeting this BD, you just have to make this point as A, and that will be your triangle ABC, right? This is how to construct a triangle ABC. I hope you people understand. Let's now move forward towards our another theorem. Our another construction is basically the construction of the triangle. This is also the same. This is the construction of triangle whose base is given, base angle is given, and the difference of the side is given. Am I right? Okay, this is what it is given. So what you will do is, with the help of the scale, base is given, you have to form a base like QR. Okay. Now what you will do is, with the help of the protractor, you will have to draw the angle which is already given. You know the base angle is given. Okay, then you have to just form a line like this, and that will be your PQ. Okay. Now what you have to do is, this is your line PQ. Now you have to make an arc, like this is the line X. Okay. Now you have to make an arc depending upon the difference between the two sides. We are given the difference of the two sides. We will just make an arc here and name this as S, right? Now what we have to do is, we just have to join these 2 points from ray QX. Okay, cut a line segment equal to distance PQ and PR, and we have to name it as S. Okay, now join the S to point R. Like in the earlier construction, we have cut the arc with the help of the sum of the two sides given. In this, we will cut the line segment when the difference of the two sides are given, and then we will join this arc with the third side. Okay, now draw the perpendicular bisector of side SR. This is side SR. Open the compass more than half of the distance of SR. Now you have to just form a perpendicular bisector like this. This is how it will be formed, like this. Okay, it will be formed like this. Now perpendicular bisector TU. This is perpendicular T, this is TU. This will intersect QX. This is your QX at point P. Right. This will be some point P. This will be intersecting here, and you just have to draw this thing. I know I have not made a very clear thing here, but you people could very better understand this by using this steps of construction. That is why I mentioned the steps of construction here. You just have to, what you have to do is, you just have to take a line segment, then you have to make an angle which is given, then you have to make a line that is X, right? Then you have to make a cut that is S, that is already given, that is the difference of the two sides. Then you have to join these 2 points Okay, then you have to make a perpendicular bisector like this of this SR, and you have to make like this. This will be moving this X at some point called P. Right, now you just have to join this point P with point R. Now PQR is the required triangle. Okay, this is how to construct the triangle whose base angle and the sum difference of the two sides are given. Okay, this is very easy. In the case of when the sum of the two sides are given, you just have to form a line segment, you just have to form an angle, then you have to make a cut or the arc depending upon the sum of the sides given. Then you have to join it with the third side, then you have to make a perpendicular bisector of these two. Okay, and then you have to join them to the second side, and when the difference is given, the same thing is repeated. You have to form a line segment, then you have to form the angle, then you have to make a cut of the difference of the two sides, then you have to join them, then you have to make their perpendicular bisector, and wherever this perpendicular bisector will meet this line, you just have to make the triangle using this. And this is the construction of triangle. These are very important, the construction of triangle whose base angle, sum of the two sides or the difference of the two sides are given. Let's move to our last construction, that is construction 11.6. Afterwards we will discuss some questions related to is. This is the given figure, right? So what we'll do is draw xy. There is a line segment xy of any segment. There is something like a centimeter is the length, right? Now you have to do is draw the ray XL at making an angle x degree with xy. This is xy. Okay, let's draw the line segment XL making any angle. Right, now draw the ray YM at Y making an angle. This is the another ray YM making any angle at Y. Right, now draw the angle bisector of LXY. This is LXY. You have to draw the angle bisector. How will you draw the angle bisector? This is the particular angle. You have to take this point. Basically what you have to do is you have to put the pointer on this point, and then you will make an arc like this. Then you have to put the pointer on this point and you have to make the arc like this. Then you have to join this arc with the center like this. Similarly, you have to draw the angle bisector of MYX. Like put the pointer at this point and you will be making an arc like this. Now put the pointer at this point, you will making the arc like this, and then you have to join both of them. Okay, so there will be a point where these two will meet. So we will be calling it as A. Right, now draw the perpendicular bisector of AX. This is the AX. You have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So open the compass more than half of the length of AX. Draw the arcs like this, then put the pointer at A, then again draw the arc like this, and they will be meeting like this. Right, similarly you have to draw the perpendicular bisector of AY. You just have to put the pointer at Y and make arcs like this. Then you have to put the pointer at Y and make arc like this, and like this, something like this it will meet. Okay, so like this you have to join them. Now join AB and AC. This is the point, the point where this bisector meet the line segment XY. Let it be B and C respectively. Now what you have to do is you just have to join these 3 points and you will be getting your triangle. So this is your required triangle. Am I right? I know this is a complicated one, but this is very easy. You just have to draw the line segment, then you have to draw particular angles of both the lines of both the ends of the line segment. Then you have to draw the angle bisectors of both. Wherever they will meet, let this point be A. Okay, then you have to draw the perpendicular bisector of both these bisectors, and wherever this will meet, they will form the triangle whose perimeter is given and whose two base angles are given. Okay, So this is the last construction. Now I will discuss some questions with you people about the construction, right? And at last I've also prepared a brief summary for people, so you people could have a better understanding that how to use the construction, how to draw the construction, how to construct a particular, okay. So for that, what you have to do is the construct a triangle ABC in which BC is 7 centimeter. It means length of the base is given. You have to just write them out so that you people know that what you have given with and what type of construction you have to do. Base angle is 75 degree and some of the sides are given as 13 centimeter, right? Now what we have to construct is triangle. So first we will draw the base. This is the base BC, which is 7 centimeters. We'll draw the angle like this. Let this be 75 degrees. This is something called X, right? Now what we will do is we will just put the pointer of the compass here and we'll mark the arc, and the length of this particular will be 13 centimeters. Let this point be D. Now we will join this D with this C. Okay, now we will just take the perpendicular bisectors of both of them. They will be like this. How will be they like this? They will be something like this, and you just have to join these perpendicular bisectors. The point at which particular perpendicular bisector intersect is, let it named as A. Then you have to join this with this. Okay, so this particular triangle which is formed is the required triangle. Am I clear? This is very easy. You are taking the base angle is already given, just draw the axis, the ray, then you have to just put an arc with equal to the sum of the sides equal to 13 centimeter, join both the sides, make a perpendicular bisector, then you have to join this perpendicular bisector. The point at which this perpendicular bisector intersects this first side will be the point considered as A, and this will be joined to C, and this will be the required triangle, right? Now let's move forward towards another, that is the right triangle construction, whose base is given as 12 centimeter. Angle B is given as 90 degree and sum of the sides. This is the same question as I have done in the previous slide. So this is basically the right triangle formation, and this is same. So what you have to do is you just have to form a normal base. This is 12 centimeter base. Angle is 90 degree. You just have to construct a 90 degree angle using the protector. This side is X. Now some of the sides, just put the pointer here and you have to make an arc. This will be 18 centimeter in the length. Okay, now you just have to mark it as D. You just have to draw the line like this. Now you have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So the perpendicular bisector will be somehow like this. Why it is like this perpendicular bisector? What you have to do is just put the pointer on D and open the compass more than half. Put the arc on the both sides of this line segment. Then put the pointer at C. Then open the compass more than half of the distance and just make another two arcs, right? Then you have to join these two arcs like this. So this particular arc is meeting at this particular point, and you have to name this point as A, right? Now just join these points. So this is the required triangle. This is the required right triangle that we have to make, right? This is the construction. Now I am telling you some bisector things. I have not discussed basically when I told you about drawing a bisector, then I told you with giving an example of 30, but here I'm telling you how to draw them again, okay, so that you people could know. This is the any line segment, let's just suppose them AB, right? You have to just take the point A as the center and put the pointer of the compass here, okay. Then you have to make an arc, putting the pointer here. You just have to make an arc like this, right? This is the arc. Just have to make the arc after taking BA as the center like this, okay. So let this point be P. Let this point be P. Now what we'll do is we will just put the pointer on P and we will make another arc like this, right? Now we will just draw or join this arc with the center of this line, and this will be your 60-degree angle. Now you have to draw the bisector. I told you how to draw the bisector of the angle. A bisector of angle can be easily drawn by taking the two center points. So here we are taking the two center points, like first of all name this point as D. We are taking D as the center point, putting the pointer here and forming an arc like this. Then put the pointer at this P point and again form the arc like this. You have to join this A with this arc, the intersection point of this arc, and here you are getting angle 30-degree. This is how to draw the bisector of any angle. You can also draw the bisector of other angles too. Okay, let's just suppose I'm taking, let it be, let's just suppose I'm taking any, this is your line, okay. I'm taking this as the center. I'm just making an arc by using this. So how can we make a 90-degree angle? We just have to put a point here and we have to make an arc like this. Then you have to put the pointer here and make another arc like this. Then we have to put the pointer at first point and we have to make another arc like this. Then put the pointer at second point and make the arc like this, right? Now we just have to join with the center, and here you are getting your 90-degree angle. Now what to do when we have to draw the bisector of this 90-degree angle? What we'll do is we'll just, like, this is your 90-degree angle, this is the point. You will just have to take this point and form and open the compass and arc like this. Now you have to put the pointer here and make another arc like this, right? Now what you have to do is you just have to join this arc, right? You just have to join this arc, and what you will be getting is your bisector, that is half of the angle. Bisector of the angle means half of the angle. Now you have to draw 15-degree. What you will do is, this is your point, this is your point, okay. Now you have to put the pointer here. You will make another arc. You will put the pointer here again, make another arc. What you have to do is just join it with the center point like this. I'm sorry, this is just gonna like out of the scale, okay. You would just have to join this like this, right? So this will be your angle 15-degree. By this you can easily go up for other angles also, okay. What you have to do is you just have to put the pointer of the particular angle wherever it meets at the arc and draw the arc. Then you have to put the pointer here and draw another arc and join them with the center. This is how to draw a bisector of the angle, right? Now last slide is basically the summary. This is a brief summary for you people, so you can have a better understanding about the chapter constructions. Construction is a very easiest chapter, right? So basically in this chapter we have learnt 4 types of constructions, right? Our first construction is to construct or bisect a given angle. Here we learned how to bisect like angle 30, 60, 90, 120. These are the most important angles you have to learn. Then 45 degrees, even 22 point half sometimes, right? Now our second is to draw a perpendicular bisector. What is a perpendicular bisector? Which divides a given line segment in 90 degree and also which divide them in equal parts. Then we know about constructing an angle that is 60 degree. Our fourth construction was to try. These three constructions are basically the constructions of triangles, right? These are very important. These kind of questions you will always witness in your exams. These are very important question. In the first question, base angle and the sum of the sides are given. In the second question, base angle and the difference of sides are given, and in the last construction, basically perimeter and the two base angles are given. Okay. So by this you can easily draw any angle, any bisector and any triangle. This is all in your syllabus for class 9th, right? So basically I hope you people enjoy doing constructions. So you people have to try drawing the construction at your home using the compass, scale and pencils only. So if you are facing any kind of problem, you can just comment down below and me and my team will get back to you and will answer your questions. Okay, so I hope you people enjoyed. Thank you.